Oh, don't worry, my dear. We should be safe here. This is the second hideout that I have, and it's probably even more secure than the last. I'm gonna be honest, I have no idea how those stupid heroes got even in the base. Though, I do have an idea. That stupid, foolish girl that I hired. Oh, she betrayed me. Well, not necessarily betrayed me, but, well, she was about to. Luckily, one of my loyal subjects ratted her out. I almost got her, but she disappeared. It's a shame, really, my dear. I would have loved to just rip her apart. Oh, but at last, unfortunately, I couldn't. But let's not fret on that. Instead, let's not worry about the incident and just move on. Who knows? Maybe I'll try again another time. Though I probably should get the heroes, the men first. That probably would be easier because, well, I guess some of the girls have quirks, some of them don't. Unless I'm mistaken. Do any of the girls not have a quirk? Oh, they all do. That could lead a problem. It was very easy to kidnap them, but kidnapping those men would be a little harder. They would expect it now. At least, they all would. Well, if they're smart, they would. They should know that I'm not just gonna strike once. Anyway, let's, forget about this for now and just have a little evening together. What is it, my dear? Oh, getting curious, I see. Well, allow me to tell you a little bit about where my quirk came from. You see, back in the day, I used to know the League of Villains. I was just a child. Well, not a child in the sense, more of just becoming a teenager. But I met them. I loved all their quirks, especially Twice's. I don't know, something about it just was amazing. Toga's was cool too. I mean, that was cool. I think it was amazing. Since I had a similar quirk to hers, I kind of made her friend. At least, I thought I was her best friend, and she seemed like the feeling was mutual. Anyway, I hung around them a bit, and then I got kicked out of UA because someone snitched. Some fucking idiot snitched. And maybe that's on me. I should have been more careful, but it just pissed me off. Anyway, as I became more close with them, I got to know them all individually. Oh, Dobby, that poor boy. Oh, man. Poor guy, really, honestly. A shitty father. Shigaraki was no better. Kurogiri was depressing as hell. Toga's story was pretty depressing, and so was Twice's. In fact, I'm sure all the villains had a very sad story. I only got to meet a few of them. I didn't really care for Overhaul much, or All for One. Never really cared for them. I mean, they were interesting, but not really to my liking. Anyway, long story short, I met a few people who not really despised the League of Villains, but more of just didn't like them. They were other villains, of course. Though they weren't as advanced as the League of Villains, I will admit, the League of Villains were pretty advanced. In a sense. I met with a guy who happened to be a scientist, or at least he worked in a science lab. So, one night I decided, I'm just gonna take all their quirks. And I did. I did just that. I stole their quirks. By theirs, I mean, I didn't take Toga's. Well, I took a little bit, just to make my quirk even stronger. You see, the side effects I have with all these quirks is not much. But Toga's quirk kind of... how do I explain? It kind of doesn't balance with mine well. You see, when I shift to my woman form, it kind of wants to just permanently stay that way, so I had to force myself to switch back to a man. It takes a lot out of me. Other than that, there is really no side effect to all these quirks. Anyway, long story short, I stole them. Oh, I mean, it's kind of nice having all these quirks. I mean, the quirks are a little limited. I cannot teleport long distances like Krogiri. I can, for the most part, have many clones like Twice. I do have flames like Dabi, though they're not as strong as his. I can disintegrate. Well, not that much compared to Shigaragi, but I can disintegrate probably an arm or two. But as for a whole person, that would take a lot out of me, so not much of that. Other than that, that's the only quirks I really wanted. I could have taken more, but I was fine with what I have. So yes, that's where I got my many quirks from. I know, evil. But it's one of the reasons why you love me, huh, my dear? Don't get coy with me. I would hate to have to punish you for that. I'm kidding. You know I like to be a tease. Anyway, so, what's your story? I don't even know if you have a quirk. You don't. Perhaps that's why I was so drawn to you when I first met you. I mean, I did ask you to be my goon, or whatever you want to call it. But something about you just drew me to you. Not because you're quirkless, it was more than that. I wanted you to be my goon, and then I wanted you to be more. You became my right-hand woman. Man, whatever you want to be called. I wanted you to be there, by my side at all times. I wanted you to be the second in command, if you will. But it was different. I mean, sure, I obviously love you, but at the time I didn't know that. Since my feelings are everywhere, I'm not really used to affection, but you helped me see that there is more to people than... what's the word? Than grossness. Not exactly grossness, more of greed. And mostly greed. All the heroes are heroes because they want money. Greedy. Anyone who is different and disobeys them gets murdered. I am pretty sure I have witnessed Hawks almost kill someone. I'm not going to mention who, but I'm pretty sure he almost killed someone. If it wasn't for me saving his ass, he would have died. That's kind of how I met the League of Villains also, but I'm not going to say who it was. It kind of hurts to talk about. I'm not going to say I relate to them, but in a sense I do. The feeling of rejection, in a sense, and trying your best when it didn't matter in the end. Anyway, enough about that. That is why I was drawn to you. You may be quirkless, but you have determination. You have a bunch of love to give, and that is something that I need. I won't lie, I am pretty messed up. But I feel that even though I could become a better me. I'm not gonna stop being a villain. At least, maybe. I don't know, maybe you'll change me. I doubt it, but who knows? Maybe you will. And if the day comes, that's gonna happen when All Might dies, because there is no way that will happen anytime soon, my dear, so don't get your hopes up. You don't want me to be a hero. Well, good, because the odds of that happening are very slim. Oh, you like when I'm a villain. You like when I'm all evil and just plain rude, don't you? I saw your face when I beat the shit out of those goons. You like that, don't you? You wish that was you, huh? I'm kidding. I would never do that to you. And even if you told me, I would never go as far as lay a hand on you that way. I mean, the most I would do is, well, perhaps you'll figure that out some other day. Anyway, I'm glad that we can escape here. This penthouse is, well, it wasn't cheap. I've had this for a while. This is my second home away from, well, I guess, former home, considering I cannot go back to that hideout anymore. It's gonna be locked down and investigated, probably. Anyway. Would you like something to eat? I can make us some food. Or, better yet, we could go out. Not a lot of people know my face. That news broadcast wasn't my actual face. I'm sure you're aware of that, though. Don't worry, my dear. My identity is sealed. Another question? All right, shoot, darling. My name. I must say, you're gonna have to earn that. It's not earn it in a sense of trust, more of in a sense of that I know you're not gonna disobey me. So yes, I guess trust. I know that you're not gonna betray me. For now on, you can call me Shift, or whatever nickname you decide, but I don't think I'm ready to give you my name. I may have known you for 2 months, but I just don't know if I'm ready for that. Yes, I know a lot about you, but it's different. I do trust you, I do, but when it comes to my name, it's a little different. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, sharing how I got my quirks is a little deep for me. That was a little too much information. But I do trust you, and you do feel very trustworthy, but my name is different. Perhaps I'll tell you more about myself another time. In the meantime, I think we should probably go to sleep. We can eat breakfast early in the morning, but I'm pretty beat. Aren't you, my dear? That's what I thought. Don't try to hide the yawns from me, my dear. Come. Let me show you the bedroom. No, nothing's going to happen. I am awfully tired, and anyway, if I were to make something happen, it would be in a very romantic way. I am a hopeless romantic, after all. Yes, I am. I used to watch a bunch of romantic comedies when I was younger. Something that my parents, they liked, and I got into it. Anyway, come. Yes, I know, the bedroom is beautiful, isn't it? And check out the view. You can see the whole city. Yes. It's pretty high up. Well, the roof is just a couple floors up. If you ever wanted to, we could have breakfast or even dinner up there one time. That actually probably would be cool to stargaze and sleep on the roof one day. We'll have to do that. Anyway, I'm tired, my dear. Come, let's snuggle. I could use a good snuggle after this hard day. Oh, one more question. All right, go ahead. Which form do I prefer? I don't really have a preference, though if you would ask, I would say male. Typically, I do stay in this form more. But that's kind of because I'm used to it. I don't have a particular form I like over the other. Sometimes I'm feeling more feminine, and I know that's not a problem with you, huh? Let's go to sleep. Enough questions. You can ask all you want tomorrow. Good night, my dear.